This is Gotta Talk About It, and you're listening to The Fellas.
Jesus Christ. Have you seen what Jaden Smith looks like now?
Oh my god.
See that? Look at that.
Is that gold?
I don't know what the hell that is. It looks like somebody spray painted his mouth like one of the
Is that in style
the cancer
now?
boys from that Mad Max movie.
Oh my god.
I go to Valhalla this day and someone spray painted his mouth.
That looks horrible.
What this is a cry for some parental discipline.
Cry for help, I think.
No, not for help. He desperately wants his parents to at least pretend to give a fuck. I would honestly wake up in the morning, walk down to the kitchen to pour myself a cup of coffee, and if I ever saw my son walk out of his room, walk down the hallway and see that glistening at the end of the hallway like some sort of lantern. I say, hey son, come here, let me check that out. Come here. Oh yeah, Pops, you like that? Yeah. Come on here. And I would literally slap him so hard that the caps come out. If the first slap doesn't get it, I'll just keep going. I'll have coffee in me at that point. I'll be pretty piped up. This is begging for his parents to do something, to fucking care.
Do you think he's ever gonna remember any of this when he's older?
I think it'll definitely have an effect when he's older.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be ripping out his own hair and probably going to be banging Hollywood producers. This is a cry for attention. Just like before this, he was running around in a fucking dress.
Well, he looks like Milli
himself
Vanilli
Otherkin.
right there in those other pictures.
Yeah, but Milli Vanilli was doing all that dumb shit to get pussy.
Oh.
This kid's doing this because he's like, Daddy, please give me some structure. To smack me in the face so hard that I go cross-eyed. Please, Daddy, just discipline me, please.
Will Smith is just letting his wings grow. You know, he's trying not to inhibit his true personality.
Will Smith considers this a failure and doesn't want to have shit to do with this. You notice you never see any pictures of his daughter. Because after she did that stupid fucking music video, because Will Smith is just determined that his loins are going to have a future in Hollywood. And he pretty much pushed his daughter into that music career about whipping her hair around.
Yeah.
And then pushed
Did
his
she
son.
snap her neck?
Then pushed, huh?
Did she snap her neck?
No.
Oh, okay.
And he pushed his non-acting ass son into that Earth movie, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Earth or something, right? It was a movie that was so bad that no producer would touch it.
We saw and we just completely forgot we saw.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was,
Because he didn't have the super grill.
It's a bait and switch. It was
mean,
a complete bait and switch. That movie bombed like nobody's business.
Yeah, because his son cannot fucking act.
You think he'll be able to erase that from
You
his
talking
mind?
about Will Smith or his son?
Both.
Will Smith isn't going to care. As soon as his boy is 18, Will Smith is going to completely disavow anything he does. And as for him remembering it, I think he will either fade into obscurity, ashamed, or he will become a coke-addled, drug-addled, alcoholic murderer.
Oh.
He's gonna come out bad because everything he does, he just wants some attention from his dad. From running around in a dress to putting aluminum foil on his fucking teeth.
That's gold foil, man. You can avoid the digits, you know?
Just him looking normal, he looks like a kid with severe Down syndrome. Look at this picture. Look at it. You know what we used to call that when I was a kid? We would look at him and say, yeah, your new name is Waterhead.
No.
Because he looks confused.
That's awful, man.
All the time. That's back when he had a semi-normal haircut.
Oh, man.
You know what?
Yeah.
What the fuck am I talking about?
I have no idea.
Didn't we see a movie?
Yeah, we did see a movie.
Shit, what the hell did we see?
We saw Rememory.
Rememory?
It's funny how you
Yeah.
can't remember that.
It was Peter Dinklage.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me make an apology. We got completely sidetracked because we saw what I like to save this for the end. It's a pretty forgettable movie. We saw Rememory and we kind of debated, do we review this or yeah, I guess. And then we came in here and Ray started fucking around with the soundtrack for like half a fucking hour. Something that normally takes 20 seconds. He started spending half an hour and M got distracted with some shit she saw. Right now, flipping through a fucking magazine, not even paying attention.
Pretty much.
And I just started looking up celebrities that will probably kill themselves, and then a bunch of pictures of Jaden Smith came up, and I was like, man, look at that fucking face. And we all got sidetracked.
Yeah.
That does not bode well for this movie. You know, okay, start over.
You only think you liked that movie. Don't worry. We'll set you straight. You're listening to The Fellas.
Anyway, we saw Rememory, and Rememory is Peter Dinklage's, I guess it'd be kind of fair to say this is his attempt at breaking out, because all the other stuff he's been in has been kind of like a gimmicky thing.
Yeah, they were like, he was the supporting character. He was never
he's
actually
always
lead.
a supporting character.
Yeah.
He was in X-Men, Days of Future Past. He
Yes,
was
he was.
also in the one that got my vote for worst movie of 2015.
Pixels?
Yeah, he was in Pixels. The only actor that gave a damn in Pixels.
Yeah, he's the one that saved it from being utter ruin.
He didn't save shit. That thing was a flaming fire. He managed to get some of the kids out, but the vast majority of people in the building burned alive.
Well,
he
look,
couldn't put out the fire. He couldn't save everybody. He got a couple kids out.
he's the only one that looked like freaking cared to be there.
He's the only one that tried. Everyone else is like, hey, does Dinklage not know this is a cash grab? We're pulling
He was
in
the only one that took the movie seriously compared to the other actors.
Yeah. Whenever what's his name is in the movie. Yeah, whenever Adam Sandler's in the movie, it's just a cash grab. All right, you ain't been working for a while. I remember you from Saturday Night Live. You ain't doing shit. Want to make a couple $100,000? Yeah, I'm gonna put you in this movie for 2 seconds. Oh, my boy over here, you ain't doing shit. I'm gonna put you in here for 8 seconds. You can make yourself a couple $100,000. It's called the cash grab.
He's
and no one's gonna
destitute,
fucking care.
man.
No one's gonna try. But Dinklage gets in there, and everyone. It seemed to me everybody was like, "Does he not know this is a cash grab? Why is he fucking trying?" The director didn't even say action, and we just started acting. He's over there fucking reading comics. Nobody cares. Does Dinklage not know?
Yeah, he's reading his line. He's taking it seriously, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's why Pixels was one of Remembrance.
Rememory.
Yeah,
we gotta look back at what we actually could
I'm just
remember
getting
from the past.
sidetracked like a motherfucker. I'm gonna try to run through this, because otherwise we're gonna spin off into a dark hole. Because I think subliminally I just don't want to do it.
Why?
I forgot this shit like 8 seconds after I got up out of the theater seat and went into the bathroom to go take a leak. I think by the time that was done, instead of going over what the movie was about in my head to prepare for the podcast, I was like, do I need to go to Costco today?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm in my head like, do I need to... Fuck, what do I need at Costco? And I'm sitting there thinking and getting in the car and driving on my way here to the studio. Like, I know I got toilet paper. I know I got mouthwash. Maybe I don't need to go to Costco.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all sorts of shit going through my head. Nothing about this movie could keep me thinking about it. I mean, I could really, really take it away.
I gotta tell you something. That trailer was cut amazingly well.
Well, you said that before, and I did go and see the trailer again. Now it's like, yeah, the trailer is cut well, but after watching the whole movie, I know barely more than I learned from the fucking trailer.
That's actually true. You get everything from it. All right, man. We're getting sidetracked. Let's just restart and delete this memory.
If Optimus Prime and Jessica Rabbit had a baby, this website would be it. You're listening to The Fellas.
Okay, welcome to today's Gotta Talk About It, and we're gonna talk about the new Peter Dinklage movie, Rememory. Okay.
Rememory.
Yes,
Isn't
Rememory.
that a double positive?
Don't start this shit again. I just got my mind back on track. Let's not go through this again. Anyway, so Rememory is about a gentleman named Sam Bloom who went through a particular hardship, a really, really bad event that happened with him and his older brother. You see at the beginning, he was in a car accident. Someone hit his car. His older brother died. And as he got older and tried to get on with his life, he meets up doctor. His name is Gordon Dunn. And Gordon Dunn comes up with this thing called Rememory, where whatever your memory is, he can attach this thing to your head, pull it out of you as vividly as possible, and then you and anyone else can watch the memory. Somehow he ends up dying. The situation looks very odd, and no one has any clue as to how he died. So Peter Dinklage's character, Sam Bloom, he gets the Rememory, and he gets the memory of all the people who were using it for the trial run, because clearly one of them killed him. And he's going through all of their memories to piece together who it was that ended up killing him. And that's basically what it's about. Of course, expect the obligatory plot twist at the end.
Yeah.
I really wish I could drag that plot out a little bit more.
Yeah, actually, you did that pretty damn sweet. That's actually really good.
Yeah, but that's it. That's the trailer, and you would assume, I'm going to get more out of it when I watch the movie. No, that's it.
You managed to string that plot together in less than a minute, but yet the movie's 2 hours long.
Yeah, imagine how that happens. And yet, I forgot the movie when I walked out the theater.
Oh, my God.
The mind plays tricks. The mind forgets for a reason.
It does?
You know what?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, this movie could have learned a lot from that one episode of Black Mirror.
Yes.
That 1.5 hour episode.
Yes, it did.
Was it half an hour?
It was like 40 minutes.
That 40-minute episode had 1,000,000 times the depth of this 2-hour movie.
Yes, it did.
That 40-minute episode had me walking out of the room. We're just discussing that for like 2 hours.
Look,
the ramifications, the positives and the negatives of that whole thing.
Look, this was just a demo reel for Peter Dinklage, that he could hold his own. He could be that sex symbol, that man in pain. He could show you all that wrapped into one, and he could carry a movie on his shoulders.
Get the fuck out of here with that. I spent the whole time watching this movie pointing out the weird things with Peter Dinklage in it. I mean, the thing is, whenever I see Peter Dinklage in a movie, the guy's a good actor. He's a good
fantastic
actor. But you spend all your time like feeling sorry for him as a human being, because in all these movies, they do everything they can to make it seem like don't notice
how
that
small
he's
he
a
is.
Little person.
Yeah.
Don't notice that. Normal person, just like everyone else. Yeah, you gotta look slightly towards the ground to talk to him, but other than that, just like you and me, and they do all this stuff. For instance, at the beginning of the movie, he's in a bar, and him and his brother, it's like, another beer from my friend here. My brother's back in town. His brother's normal size.
Yeah.
And his brother's like, oh, dude, no, man, we're getting shit-faced. We're getting hammered. I'm like, dude, you couldn't drink 1/3 of what this big dude is drinking, and he's hammered. He should be carrying you out by your ankle, holding you up like some sort of a prize captured shark.
It's amazing.
There's no way he should have been able to keep up with his brother drinking.
In this entire movie, I did not see him sit down. You did not see Peter Dinklage actually get in a chair in all shots.
What about on the couch?
No, he was already there. You didn't actually see him sit.
You didn't see him sit. You never saw him sit or get off of a chair.
I think they try to focus on his face so you could see the emotion.
Well, it's not. No. You misunderstand. We're not saying you don't see him sitting down. Have you ever seen a child?
The struggle getting onto a normal size chair.
Yeah. Have you ever seen like a child get it, like a 2-year-old, like a 2-year-old trying to get into a chair? You know how they would climb into a chair?
Is that what you wanted to see?
No,
would have made the movie better.
I don't want to see that, because
that's a true struggle.
I would have to pretend not to see it. If I see it, I would discreetly look away. It's like no one mentioned that the little half man can't sit in a chair. No, you politely don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
And that's why you feel sorry with everything Peter Dinklage does. In this movie, by cutting that out, that's one of the many ways to try to say, no, he's just like you or me.
Yeah, I know.
He's a little bit short. Watch him. This is what pisses me off. Watch him get into this car and drive it effortlessly. I'm like, his feet can't reach the fucking pedals. How is he driving it? He was driving the car when his brother got killed, and he kept the car, so he still drives the car around.
Yeah.
He gets in other people's cars and drives. I'm like, how the fuck is this dude driving the car?
He doesn't have the little pedal, like, helper assistant?
Have you ever seen him carrying that around?
No.
You see him open the door of the car, and he's just about to get in, and then they cut, and he's closing the door. Because again, you don't want you to see him grab onto something and pull himself up into the car. You're going down to get into a car.
Yeah.
He's pulling himself up. We don't want you to see that. So he's going to open the door, put one leg in, change shot, he's closing the door. just a shot of his head as he's closing the door. But I never saw any little extendo legs.
No.
I never saw like 2 big sticks that he's using to push the pedals. I never saw none of that.
No,
and that kind of
true.
irked on me. I'm like, look, I know I'm supposed to be paying attention to this, but really, guys, how the fuck is he driving that? I just really want to know.
I
to
can
the point
understand
where it
his
got
car.
kind of ridiculous.
I can understand if he's driving his own car because it's probably modified to assist him.
Well, you could have the pedals on the steering wheels. I've seen cars like that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I wouldn't get in the passenger seat of one of them motherfuckers, but I've seen cars like that. I get in there like, hey, how you driving, man? Your feet don't touch the pedals. No, I got the pedals up here on the steering wheel. I pushed the button to accelerate and decelerate. I'm like, hold up. Now get the fuck out that car. Like, I'll meet you there. I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm gonna drive my car. I'll meet you there. I'm a designated driver. I won't drink. Not just get in my car and go down there. Like, I ain't fucking with that.
Look.
That's crazy. Peter Dinklage does an excellent.
He does a phenomenal job. We didn't have Dane, the computer here, watch this because then, he can actually delete and record and delete his own memories. So
I just didn't want him here because the last time we saw a movie that had Peter Dinklage in there with him, we tried to review it. It was like 80% of the words out of his mouth had something to do with midgets and midget jokes. I'm like, you can't call him that, man. And
they're little people.
Yeah, you can't do that. We don't. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Let's not get the SJWs on our case. We'll just not have him here for this one. Yeah. Yep. Didn't know his brother, Matt Ellis. That's the actor. The character's name is Dash. I wouldn't have even put his fucking name up on IMDb because he served as nothing but eye candy. And he was there for like
no more than 5 minutes.
Add up all of his scenes together. How long?
Maybe like less than 5 minutes. 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, if you take every scene he was in and add it in. No. But let's include the hallucinations.
Okay.
Let's sing all the scenes with him, including the hallucinations. How many scenes? How long was he in the movie?
Like 5 minutes. Not even more than that. Not even more. But yet he's the second name on the bill.
And his only reason to be there was to get people like M wet. He looks like that. He looks like that dirty British dude.
Yeah, he does.
The hippie British dude. I forget his name. But every time I see him, I can't help but think, man, I bet that guy smells like garbage. He looks like a dirty hippie. But that's supposed to be sexy. So
I don't know.
We can't really count his acting ability there. Jordana Lagry was Freddie, whom I believe was the art chick.
No, that was Evelyn Broach.
Well, who the hell is this Freddie chick?
That's probably the dead.
I think that's the one that committed suicide.
What the hell
but
is
you
this?
never meet her.
No, they never showed her face, so there's no reason to give her any sort of
because look at the
credit.
Look at the last names.
Her first name wasn't Freddie. Her first name wasn't Freddie, and the last name was...
The doctor's last name is Dunn. Dr. Dunn.
Oh,
So
you know
Carolyn,
who she was?
Who?
She was the freaking bartender in that scene that was
You put the fucking bartender up in here? Oh my god.
That's the bartender. I'm serious. I was like,
okay,
what the fuck was this?
IMDb, you failed me. But worse, I failed myself because I would have known that if I'd have given enough of a fuck.
I think it's about first come, first serve in the movie.
Apparently so. These are all the first 3 people you see. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
The other main character, the wife of Dr. Dunn, is like, her face is cut in half.
I think the guy who was editing this IMDb was just as bored with this movie as we were. He'll probably go back and look at it a couple days later like, oh, God, what the fuck was I thinking? Can I edit this? I can't edit it. I already saved. Shit. Oh, well.
It's not as bad. It's not as bad as Paint a Ghost that didn't even have Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, but I can laugh at that. I will never forget that.
Yeah.
I will never forget that.
I think he requested that. That's why he...
He wasn't even on the freaking movie bill on IMDb.
Yeah, just put me on the movie poster. Don't put me on IMDb. Jesus. I can't say much about the actors. Peter Dinklage did a great job.
He did.
Of looking, feeling, and acting like a tortured soul.
He was.
I thought that was just my own thing because every time you see him, you just feel sorry for him. But he played a character who, for all intents and purposes, got a good paying job, a good set of skills.
Yep.
But he just has this guilt within him that's like pulling him down into the depths, and he feels that he owes this doctor. When the doctor dies, he's like, oh, clearly I think he was murdered. I'm gonna find out who killed him.
Yep.
Because of some form of guilt, and you don't really know why that guilt's there
until
they kind of
end.
have like a half-ass excuse.
Yeah.
I mean, not a half-ass excuse, but
it's a damn good one actually.
You know what? Let's go into spoilers because I'm gonna have to jump right past
some
everything because so much is just forgettable. Let me go and get right into the meat and potatoes.
All right, let's go do that.
So Dinklage steals the Rememory machine to go through the memories, and he's finding out different things about different people, and he finds out all the people who were using the machine were test subjects for different reasons. One of the test subjects killed themselves. One of the test subject was kind of thrown into a rage because the guy brought up memories that she thought she had voluntarily hidden.
Yeah.
And she didn't want other people to know.
Yeah.
And she wanted to get those memories back. She didn't want people to be able to see him. One guy had a memory that was actually blocked out of his mind. His mind did it to protect himself. And when the machine brought the memory back and showed it to him, he started like wigging out and shit and getting depressed and this and that.
Yeah, it's like a side effect.
Well, yeah. Well, everybody started having the side effect that their memories would start to pop up in ways that seem real. Like you think you would be living that, okay, I'm driving down the street. Next thing you know, I'm riding on my boat and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? But you're still behind the wheel of your car. You can end up plowing into a pole or something. You don't realize it because you think you're on your boat.
And you're having conversation with your memories because they're actually replying back to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually kind of scary. Now you're psychotic.
Kind of like a nightmare.
Like
right, so Dinklage says, okay, I'm going to find out why the doctor died. It turns out that the doctor and his wife were somewhat estranged. They were still together. They still loved each other. But the thing is, the doctor and his wife, they had a daughter. a little girl who they love, and she died.
Yeah.
They never said how she died, but she died. And ever since then, the doctor and his wife, their relationship has kind of been kind of falling apart.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, if I build this machine to relive the memories, it'll be like we have her again and we can be happy, but you start to obsess over it. Come to find out, one of the guys was so out of whack.
He was wigging out, yeah.
He was completely wigging out because he had a repressed memory of one of his coworkers came to work, started shooting up the place.
Which is actually kind of frightening, actually.
Yeah, and started shooting up all of his coworkers and whatnot right in front of him. And then, after that, this guy just kind of becomes this antisocial hermit. I'm just going to work in a shop where I'm by myself and whatnot and this and that, whatever. And ever since he brought back those memories, the guy's been kind of fucking losing it.
Yeah.
He goes to the doctor's place. He shoots at him a couple of times, doesn't hit him, but then he leaves. And security just sitting at the front desk.
How good is that security, man? Doors
so
fucking wide open.
They're elite. They're so elite they can't be bothered with dumb shit like people getting shot at. They have to be there for the important stuff, right?
3 gunshots.
Yeah.
I mean, those rooms must be well insulated with sound.
The door was open.
And you could just walk in and walk out, and then other people walk in and walk out?
No, I don't mean it was unlocked. I mean he left it open. You saw it was open.
Oh, my God.
And he shot at this guy 3 times.
You actually see the security guy. He got a good, 35 seconds sitting doing his job, too. At the very beginning of the movie.
Okay, so once again, spoiler alert. Turns out the doctor killed himself because the guy was like, look, you got to get rid of these memories. And the doctor's like, look, it doesn't work that way. And the guy was a mess and he shot at him a couple times and he ran.
Yeah.
So the doctor says, you know what, fuck it. He tries to delete some of his own memories.
To see if it works.
The ones that have been haunting him. And if it works, he's like, all right, fine. I'm going to delete this guy's bad memories because the doctor felt guilty.
Sure.
Well, apparently trying to get your brain to forcefully erase segments of
who you are,
of the stuff that's there. Oddly enough, God didn't make him to do that. I don't know why, but caused the guy to have an aneurysm and he died because the brain was not meant to do that.
You see, the software here wasn't as good as the one at Black Mirror. So
yeah,
in Black Mirror, you can actually erase people's stuff and they actually.
It's because in Europe, the government puts money into the internet companies.
Oh.
It's all because of the internet.
Is that
That's
true?
why their internet's better than ours.
Oh.
That's why all that stuff is. All that stuff is better than ours, except for anything else. So yeah, he dies, and Dinklage shows his wife. Yeah, that's why he died, because of the machine. No one actually killed him and whatnot. But are you ready for the twist, kids?
Woo!
Dinklage says, okay, I want to look into my past only because I remember every single detail crystal clear about when my brother died. But when he died, he whispered something to me and I cannot remember what that word is that he whispered. So I'm going to put on the machine so I can go back to that day
and remember it.
And I can remember that word that he told me. However, when he puts it on and he starts to remember, things are a little bit different.
Then you remembered it. Yeah.
Right. Like the fact that he always remembered his brother was like, oh man, I had so much to drink, man. You go ahead and drive. His brother was like, yeah, you've been fucking tossing them back. Let me drive. No, man. I'm driving the car. My brother's back in town. So Dinklage insisted that he drive.
Yeah.
He was speeding, wasn't paying attention to the road.
Yep.
And instead of a car hitting him, he actually hit that car because he was focusing on his brother's lighter. In his original memory, his brother flicks the lighter twice and he gets hit.
Yeah.
But now you see he actually flicked it like 5 times because he kept looking at it like, why are you fucking with that lighter? And he smashed into someone else's car. Then he also realizes that, oh, when his brother died and he was whispering to him, all he was doing was saying the lyrics to the song they were listening to because he was completely fucking out of it. His brother was busted up. He was just mumbling the lyrics to the song. And then
muscle memory.
Yeah. He goes to the car that they hit. In his memory, he's like, he's just screaming out, somebody help me. And he's trying to drag his brother out of the car to save his life. Well, now he remembers getting out of the car, going over to the other car he hit. Lo and behold, shock, it's the doctor and his wife.
Oh no.
And who do you think is in the back seat?
Oh no.
It's the daughter that the doctor lost, which caused his life to start to go to shit. And then he starts yelling out, somebody help, somebody help.
No, he balls out crying.
Yeah, well, he starts crying, and he does start yelling for help, but he actually grabs his brother, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna drag him out of the car. No, he drags his brother over from the passenger seat to the driver's seat. He's like, well, it's his car.
Sorry, buddy.
Put him in the driver's seat and haul ass. He's like, I was never there. My brother hit those people and killed him. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
That is some asshole shit.
Yeah, so he goes from being the most sympathetic guy in the world to being like, man, you're a piece of shit. he he just ends up being like a piece of garbage. But the whole thing is, the whole premise of the movie is the mind will shape your memories.
Yeah.
Your new memories will shape your old memories to conform to what you need to be the sort of person that you are.
Yeah.
You know, if you
guess
did
it's a
something,
function in life.
yeah, you doing something shitty makes you decide that you're going to spend the rest of your life being a decent guy. The knowledge that you were completely shitty at some point may fuck that up.
Yeah.
So your mind will temper it a bit, shave some of the edges off, make it seem like you weren't so much of a complete and absolute piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way you can live with yourself.
Yeah, and I saw, when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's a bit too much. At first, I was like, oh, wow. And it's like, oh, he hit the car, not his brother. What a twist. Then you get out and you see the doctor and his wife. I'm like, what the fuck? Then you look in the back and you see the daughter. I'm like, oh, you motherfucker, come on.
I know, it's a little bit too much. It's a little
Come
bit too
on.
much. A little bit over the top.
Oh, God.
You know, you stated at the beginning, he's living on, like, at a pier at his place, and he's making sculptures, like little action figures. Not action figures, but
no, he's
models,
doing, he's doing models. When you are an architect, most architects will have they'll send their blueprints like a firm, and the firm will make models. Yeah. And that's actually pretty lucrative. Yeah. That's actually
so nice. He did a good looking job.
He makes entire neighborhoods over the course of like 2 hours. And I'm like, the fuck? How do you make that so quick?
Them, man.
It's not about having stocks of them.
It's not like he's going out and, partying with girls.
Yeah, partying with their kneecaps, maybe.
It's kind of weird because he had a neighbor there, and his neighbor didn't even know his name.
That wasn't his neighbor. That was a dock worker.
Oh, well.
Yeah, his neighbor called him Oliver because that's what he told the guy his name was.
No.
He's like, oh, actually, at the end, he's like, I'm a new man. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be honest with everyone. Actually, it's not Oliver. It's Sam. And his neighbor was kind of like, all right, whatever, man. Just goes back to me. He's like, I don't fucking care. I'm being polite by even acknowledging you. Yeah. So I don't fucking care what your name is. I mean, and he goes right back to the dock worker, goes right back to what he was doing.
And the thing is, he's walking around with this piece of equipment that's in the millions of dollars. You just, carrying it from place to place, showing people their own memories. And I'm surprised the police and the feds couldn't find him.
Well, that was kind of the bullshit. The corporation is trying to find him. The corporation finds his identity. Corporation goes to the doctor's wife. We found this man. His name is Sam Bloom. If you see him, call us. I'm like, wait. If you know his name, why don't you just go to his fucking house?
Yeah, and they know the kind of car he drives in, so
yeah, like go to his fucking house, man. You've got his picture. You got a picture of his car. You've got his name. Go to his house with a warrant and fucking, or even without a warrant. This is kind of a shady corporation. Go over there and rough him up a bit. Yeah, fucking pick his small ass up and toss him around the room like a medicine ball. You just go from guy to guy, toss him around like a damn medicine ball. But I guess that just make things too simple.
The movie tries to lure you into thinking it's a corrupted corporation, that maybe they murdered the person.
Yeah.
Well,
with that character with the black hair.
The problem is, the movie lures you in to a lot of things. I had some very, very thorough disappointment with the end. I mean, it's just the way he decided to do this deletion thing on a whim. And Peter Dinklage, it was me. I murdered his wife and child, and I would have preferred to find out. No, Peter Dinklage walked in there and shanked him. I would have preferred that. That would have been freaking better to me. It's like, I would have preferred if Peter Dinklage finds out that, yeah, you can erase memories. It works. How do we know it works? Because Peter Dinklage erased his own memory after he went in there and killed him. I don't like that, because he was part of the test subjects.
Oh,
and
that would be awesome.
He took all the evidence to make sure it's not him and then erase his own memory. That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome.
No,
that would have been
he
awesome.
Didn't have that full memory at that time in the beginning.
Right. It'd have been like, you know
I
what?
would have liked it, the wife to give him, like, if she saw the memory, she's like, you know what? Why don't you come over here and delete your memory? And that would have been a perfect revenge.
I would have had it, because the wife doesn't know who's in the little therapy session. Yeah. She don't know. I would have had it so that it's like, yeah, there's no evidence to show us that he was there because he took it after he killed him. And then he deleted all the memories. And then when he gets a little golden thing with the doctor stuff, he can see the sessions that the doctor was having with everybody. And then he sees himself there. He's like, the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, and he, through the doctor's eyes, he's looking at his memory on the screen and it's like, no, you were driving the car. You hit my car. You killed my daughter. You've been going to therapy all this time because of the guilt and whatnot. And because of that, I chose you just like I chose these other people. Maybe it was because I hate you. Maybe it's because I think you're a piece of crap. But now that I'm looking through your memories with you, I just wanted to find the man that did this and just hate on him. Now I'm going through your memories and I see how much this is eating you up. You know,
that would have been awesome.
So I forgive you for that. For whatever reason, Dinklage just snaps. Maybe he can't live with the guilt. He asked the doctor, hey, I need you to get rid of those memories. I can't do it no more. I need you to get rid of those memories. The doctor's like, no, and I won't let you get rid of those memories because it's dangerous. You know what? I'd rather be dead. Fucking shank the doctor. Shank the doctor, erase the memories himself. And now he's losing his shit because he erased the memories. He took the evidence, got rid of the evidence, got rid of any ledgers that said he was there, and he erased the memories himself. But now because he erased the memories, now maybe he's skitzing out. Maybe he's seeing his brother. Who the hell knows?
That would have been pretty nice.
That would have been a much, much better conclusion than, no, doctor tried to erase his own memories, fucked up, didn't work, you know. Oh, by the way, I killed the doctor and his wife.
Oh.
But, yeah, you know, the doctor tried. I mean, that went nowhere.
Yeah, it did actually.
That was so tacked on. It went nowhere. Completely. That was a letdown.
Yeah.
The whole movie was a build up. It's nothing but a build up. Build up.
It was a slow build up.
Yeah, it was
a slow build up to a very gentle hover towards the ground. It's not like you're on a roller coaster blazing down. You just drop like a feather. Like, wow, this sucks. Can't believe I waited in line 2 hours for this shit. All right, so Ray, what do you give it?
I actually enjoyed the slow melodrama. I would give it a middle of the road rental.
Okay, very fair.
Yeah.
I honestly thought you were gonna bitch out and go matinee on me.
No.
I thought well, you know, Peter Dinklage, like Game of Thrones, and he tried, you know,
he tried.
Give it a matinee.
Look, he struggles because of his height, man. He's got to overachieve.
Well,
and they gave him a shit ton of camera time of him building the little models, and like, man, that looks pretty cool. Sidetracked you, distract you in any which way, that just to make the movie seem longer and longer instead of just trying to refine the edges. Man, this movie was long as shit.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I was freaked out when he had started to hallucinate and see his brother in the car.
Well, yeah,
I saw that coming. That should have.
And I'm like, oh, it would have been okay to kind of play with it and say, hey, brother, what's up? But then when he ignored the brother's like bloody face, like a dead face showed up. That was freaky.
That should have happened way sooner, in my opinion. But
I was surprised. I'm surprised there wasn't any memories there of people just having sex and just beating their knees.
It has to be.
It more interesting, that mistress.
That wouldn't happen until the box goes on sale for public consumption. This is like, hey, we're here to do therapy. I don't want to get pictures of you busting nuts and doing Eiffel Tower and some chick. No,
we're gonna character was so hyped up on saving her memories. There was nothing like taboo that she was a mistress, but you didn't see the act.
No, it was the guy walking out with the boxes. I guess that was like her boyfriend or something.
It looked like he was underage or some shit.
Yeah, it did look like he was underage.
When she was a teenager.
No. Either way, she was like, look, this is something personal. This is something that was just for me. You know, yes, I showed it to you because it was part of the therapy. Remember, this isn't just give me some memories, here's a check, thanks for the memories. This is therapy. They have to go through something they went through to get better. And she was like, you know what? I wasn't aware you were going to toss it up on the screen and be showing it to groups of thousands of people. This is personal to me. And when you start sharing it with everyone else, it cheapens it. That's part of the reason I almost never post shit on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because it cheapens the experience. I've seen people that, oh man, I just took a shit. Let me tweet that out. Oh, I just ate a hot dog without fucking choking on it. Let me go ahead and put that on Facebook. I've seen chicks post on Facebook as they're in an argument with their boyfriends about to break up.
Yeah.
I have seen them live post that out on their phones to Facebook.
Oh man,
I'm arguing with my boyfriend right now. That's it. We're gonna break
trolls
up.
Come out.
Like, what the? Yo, maybe you should fucking put that phone down and look your boyfriend in the eyes and try to fucking fix that.
Like, it takes me months to finally post something, even if it's important.
The last time I posted something that wasn't for this fucking podcast was a year and a half ago.
Well, look. All I know is that good thing this piece of hardware is not that in stock because the porn industry would suffer.
Yes, it would. I would never need to go to a web page. Well, no, that's the whole thing with that If I had that Black Mirror implant, I'd never leave the house. I'd spend one weekend in Colombia. See, that's it. I got enough for like 3 years, and I'll just stay in the house.
Rewind,
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Rewind and play.
Just rewind. Just. That's it. I don't need to leave the house. It's like, I think he's watching Benny Hill in there. So, M, what score do you give this?
I guess a rental. What did it
You
go?
guess?
Monotone rental, just like that. Even.
I don't even know what that means.
That's.
Are you saying a rental that's not in stereo? A rental, a rental that's only coming through one speaker instead of
Not
two?
a hyped up rental, not like a new release rental. Like when you're bored, you just get one of those like cheaper rentals. Those
Like if it was in a dollar theater?
Yeah.
Which don't exist anymore.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember
thinking
used to
about
be
like
one.
the Blockbuster days when you didn't want to spend more money on the
To
newest.
be honest
one.
with you, I don't even know if I want to fucking drive the Blockbuster for this shit. But so I'm gonna just say a low rental for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, you guys are both on point. I'm also gonna go with a low rental for this, which pains me. Dinklage really busts his ass on this, dude. If it weren't for the fact that when you're renting movies these days, you're not actually driving the Blockbuster. If that were the case, I'd say, oh, fuck this. I might have said straight up garbage.
Yeah.
But we are living in the days of Netflix.
Yeah.
So when you say rental, you think Netflix. That's me sitting my fat ass down on the couch and pushing a button on my Amazon remote. I got a whole bunch of stuff I'm watching on Netflix anyway. Just toss it in the queue.
All right.
The fact that in 2 minutes I sat here and came up with a much better ending than the ending that these people who were paid millions of dollars came up with.
Yeah.
It's sad and disgusting. Hollywood needs to get its fucking act together.
They do. All right, guys. Don't forget to visit our website at g2ta.net or gottatalkaboutit.com. And you can also listen to us and download us at g2ta.podbean.com.
That's that muscle memory.